An RT reporter narrowly escaping a strike in Lebanon as the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran intensifies. It comes amid a wave of attacks on energy production sites across the region. U.S. President Donald Trump denying that the U.S. knew of Israel's plan to target an Iranian natural gas field, the world's largest known gas reserve, but sources say he knew. The Israeli attacks prompting retaliatory strikes by Iran, including on a critical Qatari liquefied natural gas facility. The escalating attacks and Iran's effective blockade of the Strait of Hormuz contributing to sliding global stock markets and a spike in global energy prices. The price of oil briefly hitting $119 per barrel Thursday as the U.S. average for a gallon of regular inches near $4 a gallon. Speaking to press, Trump said he expected a sharper spike in oil prices, suggesting the economic impact has been more limited.
Oil prices will go up, the economy will go down a little bit. I thought it would be worse.
Still, the U.S. Treasury considering new measures to lower the price at the pump.
In the coming days, we may unsanction the Iranian oil that's on the water. It's about 140 million barrels.
Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says a $200 billion request from the Pentagon to Congress may be a moving target.
It takes money to kill bad guys. So we're going back to Congress and our folks there to ensure that we're properly funded.
Can you spot the imposter here? That's what an Australian airport challenged followers to do when they posted on social media video of a live possum found hiding amongst plush animal toys in a terminal gift shop. The strange scene unfolded inside Hobart Airport in the Australian state of Tasmania and was shared online to the delight of social media users who couldn't get enough of this incognito cutie. The airport said the possum was safely collected and relocated, and the gift shop area was sanitized.
BTS just dropped their long-awaited album Arirang, and fans here in Seoul are celebrating this historic moment.
I cannot put it on words. Like, we waited for them for almost 4 years.
Now remember, before members' mandatory military service and solo ventures, this 7-member K-pop powerhouse dominated the globe, selling out stadiums, making headline appearances, and building one of the most passionate fan bases on the planet, called ARMY.
We're happy and so proud of them.
We're just happy to see them come back as seven together.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning of a series of highly anticipated comeback activities. On Saturday night, the group will be staging a concert at Seoul's landmark Gwanghwamun Square, in front of the palace where kings once lived. And the city of Seoul has tightened up security measures to gear up for this major event, deploying thousands of police and even raising the terror alert. And starting next month, the group will embark on a world tour with stops in Asia, Europe, the Americas, and Australia.
I was a very shy, introverted kid growing up.
Chuck Norris didn't stay that way for long, thanks to the martial arts.
I was sent to Korea when I was in the Air Force, and I started training over there, and then I came back and got out of the service and started teaching. And to get students in my school, I became a karate fighter.
Some of those students were stars like Steve McQueen, who encouraged him to become an actor.
I retired as the world karate champion, and I was looking for something to get involved in, a new goal for myself. And I had thought about acting. I talked to Steve McQueen about it, and he encouraged me to pursue it. He said if I would apply myself like I did the martial arts, that I would maybe have a chance at it.
Norris's first memorable part was Bruce Lee's furry and formidable opponent in 1972's Way of the Dragon. 5 years later, he landed his first leading role as a truck driver searching for his missing brother in Breaker Breaker. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Norris made a name for himself as a rugged action hero in movies like Lone Wolf McQuade, Missing in Action, and Delta Force. With his film career cooling off in the 90s, Norris made the switch to television. The tough guy won new fans with his long-running series, Walker, Texas Ranger.
You have the right to remain silent.
Off-screen, Norris was a supporter of conservative causes and candidates, like former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee.
This race is extremely important for all of us.
A born-again Christian, Norris expressed his faith as an author and columnist and advocated for religious education in public schools. In later years, he became an internet sensation as the subject of humorous Chuck Norris facts, which satirized his tougher-than-tough image. He read a few of his favorites on the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
When the boogeyman goes to sleep every night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris.
Norris kept poking fun at himself when he returned to the big screen in The Expendables 2.
I heard another rumor that you were bitten by a king cobra.
Yeah, I was. But after 5 days of agonizing pain, the cobra died.
Online, on screen, and on the mat, Chuck Norris struck a chord with the public and left his mark as a performer and an athlete.